Hey guys, looks like we are in Siberia for this one. Actually, we are in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. We're going to check out the scenery and the peg hunting scene. So come along with me, we'll do a little bit of peg hunting here in Wyoming. Well, you can't beat the scenery for sure. This might be my most scenic peg hunting trip ever, but just as barren as these slopes are, that is about what it is like to be a diecast hunter in Wyoming. Of course, you don't go there to look for little cars, but I did while I was there, so I thought you would enjoy taking a look at the land and seeing what they had to offer. You can see it is quite the trip for me, about 1,200 miles across the other side of the United States after a canceled flight, lost luggage, white knuckle drive in the middle of the night to get to our hotel, only to have to wake up and drive another 4 hours on some ice-covered roads. We finally made it to the actual city is named Jackson, Wyoming, and we were quite relieved when we pulled into the city. What we found was a really cool old town that's kind of set up to look like it did maybe 150, 200 years ago. Everything is pretty old-fashioned looking. First stop was a grocery store to get some supplies, and while we're there, of course, I was going to look at the diecast selection. Started off with a bang, 10 for $10 Hot Wheel end cap here. Right away, though, you can kind of see it looks like a pretty picked over inventory. Looks like a pretty old inventory. Did have a nice Kia Stinger here. You guys have probably all seen that. You can see these are international cards, and you can also see that there is no guaranteed for life on the front of the card, that little stamp up near the hook hole. So that's how you know these are international cards. We'll see what they have. A lot of fantasy castings. Some of you guys collect those. That's not really my thing, but I'm definitely going to see what they've got and show you guys. Like I said, this video is for, if you happen to be a collector and are going to the area, I'll show you the stores that have diecast. Believe it or not, there's about 3 in the entire town. Jackson Hole has about 10,000 people. It is a resort town. There's a really cool toy store coming up. But there are no Hobby Lobbies, there are no Walmarts, there are no Targets. So a lot of the staples for U.S. collectors are not in Jackson, Wyoming. What is in Jackson, Wyoming is an elk reserve. Had a really cool sleigh ride that we went on as a family. The guy said, don't worry, these horses can absolutely pull this weight, no worries. Next up is going to be the one that I had circled on my list as the best place for diecast before we went, and it proved to be true. Teton Toys is in the basement floor of a really cool place in the middle of town. I think the town market is what it's called. I'll give you the address here at the end, but let's see what they've got. Pretty good selection of Matchbox and Hot Wheels. I don't think there were any other brands. There were some bigger diecast, 1/36, 1/43 scale in a separate area of the store, but we'll look at 1/64 today. Rapid Nismo, here's your favorite Volvo wagon. Got the Unimog there, the super fast. We've got, we had a few moving parts, but mainly the more premium stuff like the working rigs. And I gotta admit, guys, these things are really looking good. These might be older ones, $8, not bad. But they are putting a lot of good detail into these working rigs. I might have to keep my eye out for those in the future. Few main lines. As I was searching these pegs, I'm always looking up in the top left-hand corner. I'm looking for that Chevy bow tie logo to see if I can find that Super Chase. I have actually acquired one. I'll tell you in a video in the future who sent me that, because it was a really cool gesture. How about that hard body? Always looking good. You know, I like the foreign stuff. I love this global series. I love the country specific Matchbox series. We'll take a look at some of those. My favorites are these Russian ones. We've got, let's take a look at this fire truck. Looks to be, I guess, from France. Quirky garage, you can tell me if I'm wrong on that. We've got a Russian ambulance, and I think we've got the same thing in a French deco as well. And I believe that one's a Renault. Right beside it, another Renault Kangoo Express van. And really neat black CX-5. They really did that casting well. There's a black sandbar. We've got some other stuff in here. Another WRX from Subaru. Pull out this little green Defender. Seen this a good while ago. Still good to look at anytime I can. Here's that really cool matte finish Tesla Roadster. So it looks like they're kind of getting new stuff in. Man, I love this Russian police BMW. Here's that really cool 5-pack with the chrome GT and the Lotus. Check out all these power grabs. Again, Teton Toys. Now, for some reason, these power grabs are $3 each, but it is cool to get it in the different packaging. Hot Wheels, not quite as well represented, but they still had plenty to pick from. A lot of stuff geared for kids. This is a toy store, so there were spy racers, there were cartoon stuff, there were color shifters, and I'm still not quite on board with the drag racer, but it is growing on me. Let's see what else. They had some Hot Wheels 5-packs. I found there's that Fast and Furious one. I like the Charger in this Batman set. That's kind of neat. But overall, the theme was definitely more for kids. You see a very few main lines from Hot Wheels. You've got Super Mario Brothers, lots of those, even some Minecraft stuff. Store was really cool. It's a big toy store in Jackson Hole. I'll have the information here. Like I said, they've got other types of diecast as well, about that size, a lot more than that. But Teton Toys is going to be your best bet for finding diecast in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Here's their information. Give them a shot if you're a collector and in the area. Now that I've thawed out, it's time to get back out into that weather. You see -8 degrees right there. Time to hit the slopes. Here's me apparently praying not to break my leg. I didn't last too long on the slopes, guys. This is my son, day one, skiing like a tried and true vet. He got accelerated through the lessons that we had bought. I went to find a little bit more warmth, found a TJ Maxx, thought for sure they're going to have some diecast. They always have diecast. Got my eye on a hitch and haul on a clearance section, thought there's going to be more. No, there wasn't. This Mario piece is definitely worse for wear, so with this disappointment, we're going to head back out into the tundra that is Wyoming in the wintertime. And by the time I got to the car and got it warmed up, I was ready to get back to the hotel and thaw out again. So one thing that you can do when you get cold in this environment is sit on your iPad, watch some YouTube videos about diecast around a fire, and watch everyone else get cold outside. The next day, after we thawed out again, it was time to hit a different kind of slope. We had a snowmobile ride, and when you're in the Grand Teton National Park, you got to see Grand Teton. There it is in the background. Went on a snowmobile ride, about 20 miles, super cool, takes about 3 to 4 hours. And then it was time to call it a day, call it a trip rather, head to the airport. There's some of the mountains in the background. Hope you guys have enjoyed taking a look around Jackson Hole, Wyoming. This is David at Twice Diecast, showing you what you can expect if you are a collector and in Wyoming. Hope you guys enjoy this peg hunting video. Stick around for more. We'll always have more of these on the channel. Don't forget, we've got a contest coming up on January 22nd. Make sure you are registered to enter for that. This is David at Twice Diecast. Take care, everybody.